Now continuing on with the right side of the bike, the first cover we're going to put on is for the right side at the end of the crank, which is one of the most vulnerable areas of this particular bike. So let's open our package up. And the same thing will apply as we did on the left-hand side. We need to see what we have. So there are no replacement bolts in this instance, none. So we're just going to use the original. So put it up against it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. So let's take those bolts out. But in this case we will reuse them, so keep them right by the cover. 2 and 3. Go ahead and pick the piece up, put it in place. Start the threads. And then gently make sure they screw in nice and easy. Yep, that's fine. And as with the left side of the bike, carbon fiber will crush. So on the initial application, you just got to put it in carefully. So we're good here. And there might be an initial, as I would say, fight with it. So because it's brand new. Yeah, that's all the way in, that's nice. It's going in nicely. And again, we need to just be careful of that crush effect, that snug. That one's nice and tight. It's got a little more in it. So quite a bit more, there it goes. Yep, and that's that done. Now we'll move on to the clutch cover and the actuator arm. Let's pull this apart, see what we have. Clutch cover, again the same principle. We use stock bolts because we don't have a kit of bolts. And for the actuator piece, same thing, use the bolts that are already there. So, are they all the same? No, the actuator is smaller, so that'll be a 4. And then that has to go on here. So at this point, it's pretty obvious we have to lose the filler cap. So let's get that out of the way. Line this up. Which bolts are we losing? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's double check that. That's correct. Okay, bolt 1. Number 2. Then number 3. Bolts go back in the same hole. Don't have to go back in the same location because they're all the same length. That's all part of manufacturing the componentry too. You don't want to have different size bolts that you need to be monkeying with. That make things a lot more difficult than they need to be. So that's in. Now because this is a much bigger piece, you're going to have to go slowly. You don't have to rush this. Some bolts will find the way in easy. That one did. Some of them won't. So just take your time. This one's got a lot more resistance to it, but I can see it's going in, so that's fine. Nothing to worry about there. That's snug. Down on the bottom. A little more resistance, that's gone snug. Yeah, you can hear this crushing, so we'll go slowly. 1, 2, 3. There. Yeah, that's nice and tight now, so that's ready for the torque wrench. Before we go any further, let's put the cap back in. Yep, fits no problem. That's in. Now we need a 4mm Allen. Perfect. Now these are usually Loctited on, so they'll be difficult to come off. Again, just take your time. Yeah, red Loctite, that makes sense. That's off. Now the question is, will this fit over the top or is it a direct replacement? And in terms of feel, it's a direct replacement. That's what it feels like. That's gone. Back in, both screws are the same length, so no problems there. Screw that one back in. Take your time because you've got the Loctite there that you just drew out. There it is. So just work that back in nice and steadily. And again, just take your time fastening these up till it gets snug, and then just feel it crush a little, and then get your torque wrench out to finish. Okay, and there you have it, it's all done. We have left side case cover, right side case cover, clutch actuator arm finished and done in just a few minutes. Again, if you're going to look for applications, go to Leo Vinci USA's website and see what they have for your sport bike in regards to engine guards. And if you are going to order from Leo Vinci, please go ahead and use my last name, Moss, M-O-S-S, and 2 letters, C for Charlie, F for Foxtrot, standing for carbon fiber. So Moss CF. That way they can track the video and see if sales were generated by the video. As always, we thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.